it's okay to feel a little bit lost sometimes. We all like lose track of like what we're doing. We get sidetracked. We forget what our goals are, you know. And I personally, like, I forget that self-improvement is a ongoing thing. It doesn't just stop, you know, and there's always things to improve on. I've shared before on this channel, but you know, I used to be addicted to many things, and recently, I say recently, it's not that recent. Since last year, after going through a stressful time, I started vaping again, and you know, I've been sort of beating myself up about it, having this kind of inner battle where, you know, I tell myself, oh, I'm going to stop, I need to stop, and then I just keep doing it. And it's starting to kind of eat me up a little bit, especially having like a self-improvement channel. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's some sort of fraud because I'm vaping and I'm not, you know, I'm consciously making a bad decision again and again and again, even though I know it's terrible for me. I still keep doing it. But I'm grateful to have the awareness to be able to take a look at myself. You know, being lost and like not knowing what to do sometimes, or, you know, being aware, I guess that being lost, you know, if you feel lost, it's kind of a good thing, because it means that you sense that there's something wrong. Something doesn't feel right. You know, your emotions are like a compass. And if you feel that something's off, then you're aware of it. And a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that awareness. It's only once you know that you're aware, once you become aware, can you really do something about it. So it forced me to reevaluate again, like where I'm at. What am I doing? Am I putting in as much work as I should be putting in? Am I working, you know, in all the areas that I need to be working on to improve? Am I cutting corners? It feels a lot like recently I'm just spinning the wheels in the mud, you know what I mean, and getting nowhere. I don't think I've ever worked like as hard as I am right now. You know, I'm still in my 9-to-5 job, working full time. I've got my supplements on the way, which I'm excited for. Obviously, I'm working on the channel and trying to push out 3 videos a week at least on here, plus whatever I can do on TikTok. Plus I'm in the gym doing my full body program. I'll put a link in the description if anybody wants to try and come join the community. It's free. So like when you're pushing, especially like with progressive overload, like you're tired all the time because you're constantly lifting as heavy as you can possibly lift, and it can be, you know, it can be quite challenging. On top of everything else, do you know what I mean? If I had nothing better to do than just make content and go to the gym, it would be a lot easier. But my life's really full. I've got my other stuff with recovery. Obviously, I've got my kids. I'm in a new relationship. You know, and you can get swamped quite easy, you know. Thank God for things like meditation and prayer, do you know what I mean? Things to help keep me grounded and really think about things. So like, ask yourself where you're at. Where are you at with your self-improvement? Are you doing everything that you can do? Are you training hard enough? Are you sleeping well enough? Are you eating the right food enough? Are you eating junk food too often? Are you drinking and partying too much? Are you vaping too much? You know, vaping is like my last, it's the last thing, you know, in terms of like habits. And I let it creep back in. I know what you're thinking, like, oh, it's only vaping, it's not that bad. If you vape, you probably think that. Do you know what I mean? I used to smoke like 40 cigarettes a day. You know, and like I said, I've been addicted to many, many other things, and vaping is like, it's pretty far down the chain of things you can be addicted to, but I'm conscious that it's fucking terrible for me, and I'm still fucking doing it. And like, when I've eradicated everything else, I've just got this last little fucking strand of bullshit that is clinging to me, and I need it to be gone, you know. And it's even worse when you've not smoked for a period of time. I've been super fit, you know, when I'm like in prep for a fight or something like that, a boxing match, that level of fitness that you feel and that level of clarity that you have is unmatched. And I know what that feels like. And now it's like, I know that my breathing is not as good as what it should be. I know that my cardio is nowhere near like what I'm capable of doing. Like, why am I making decisions that, why am I choosing less than optimum for myself? Like, it makes no sense. I know, like, you have less control of yourself when you're addicted to things, but yeah, I'm pissed off with it now. Like, I'm just pissed off of doing it. I'm pissed off with myself. And it's setting a bad example to, you know, to my son. And will set a bad example for any kids I'm going to have in the future. You know, I feel like to go to the next level, I need to feel as good as I can feel. I need to be as fit as I can possibly be. I need to be able to breathe a proper full lung of air. And now that I've spoken about it, I have some accountability. Because, you know, if I don't stop, and I've told anyone who watches this about it, you just think I'm talking shit. So I have to do it now.